In the shadows of captivity, victims of torture shared harrowing accounts of their experiences, revealing a world devoid of basic necessities and riddled with inhumane treatment. They spoke of being interrogated under the oppressive grip of multilingual personnel. Through the voices of survivors, a chilling culture of fear and oppression emerged, where threats loomed large and silence was enforced by those in power. This environment fostered a dangerous climate of impunity, allowing perpetrators to evade accountability. The dialogue then transitions to insights offered by human rights activists and legal experts. Their discussions shed light on the formidable challenges in addressing these deep-rooted injustices, underscoring the urgent need for accountability and meaningful reform. Prisoners endured relentless blindfolding and physical restraints, experiences that left them in utter discomfort and confusion. This systematic dehumanization aimed to control and humiliate, stripping away their dignity and identity. As the speaker unfolds the narrative, basic human rights, like the simple act of prayer or ablution, were relentlessly obstructed, amplifying the psychological torture that accompanied their confinement. The emotional toll on these individuals was profound, severely tarnishing their mental well-being. Amidst their dire circumstances, agonizing sounds from nearby interrogations kept the prisoners in a state of constant fear and anxiety. The speaker paints a vivid picture of the nerve-wracking environment they endured, day and night, making it clear that their suffering knew no bounds. In this harrowing investigation, the Gumkhun Commission stands as a beacon of hope. Their tireless efforts aim to deliver visible progress and reassure the families of victims that the quest for justice will not be abandoned. The importance of victim statements cannot be overstated. They serve as crucial keys to uncovering the extent of torture and pinpointing the locations where these atrocities occurred. Listening to the affected individuals becomes paramount for gaining accurate information and understanding. Through their descriptions, the inhumane conditions faced by detainees come to light, revealing the severity of torture they endured. Cramped spaces and brutal interrogation methods mark their captivity, highlighting a distressing reality. One poignant story emerges of a young individual, forcibly taken at a tender age, who displayed profound mental instability following release. This heartbreaking example reflects the long-lasting impact of trauma on youth, raising urgent concerns about the psychological care available after such harrowing experiences. Witnesses began to share their reflections, noting a growing regret among those who once partook in these heinous acts. This revelation sparks hope for recovery and change, linking it to themes of accountability and the societal pressures that influence behavior. Yet, the role of authority figures in these grim scenarios prompts a deeper ethical inquiry. It raises unsettling questions about the treatment of detainees and the systemic issues pervasive within law enforcement, calling for a critical re-evaluation of existing policies and practices. The conditions within the cells are described as exceedingly cramped, where living spaces and toilets are uncomfortably close to one another. This stark reality only exacerbates the inhumane treatment faced by detainees, leaving them in a state of constant distress. Compounding the tragedy, significant obstructions prevent access to these hidden cells, stirring questions about governmental transparency and accountability. Such barriers present formidable challenges to investigating the treatment of detainees. Moreover, it becomes apparent that vital evidence of abuse is often destroyed, adding layers of complexity to the investigation. This deliberate erasure raises alarming concerns regarding the rule of law and the pervasive nature of human rights abuses. The methods of torture inflicted on detainees, such as hanging, beating, and the use of electric machines, had devastating effects, both physically and mentally. Many endured this brutality daily during interrogations, leading to unbearable suffering. Families of the detained often find themselves in a state of anguish, left in the dark about their loved ones' whereabouts. This lack of communication amplifies their emotional distress, fostering an unrelenting atmosphere of fear. The government's methodical targeting of individuals based on their religious practices unveils a severe violation of religious freedom, particularly affecting young boys who become especially vulnerable to persecution. This troubling reality raises urgent questions about human rights in the region. The video presents specific cases of individuals dragged away for interrogation, illuminating systematic failures within the legal framework that oversees such processes. This revelation demands accountability and reform in how treatment is administered. It is suggested that possible agreements or influences from India may have a role in these practices, hinting at a multifaceted geopolitical dynamic that significantly impacts human rights in the area. With the focus shifting, the conversation delves into the complicity of those in power and their role in these egregious acts. This aspect underscores a broader systemic issue within both the military and political sectors. In a notable development, the investigation has successfully brought several lieutenant and major generals under interrogation, a testament to progress being made, even as they attempt to evade justice. This evolution highlights the ongoing efforts to ensure accountability. The emotional scars left on victims, including conditions like PTSD, highlight the urgent need for both individual and group support. Addressing these profound needs is essential for healing and the pursuit of justice. Scrutiny from international organizations such as the BBC and Al Jazeera reflects the pivotal role of transparency in these discussions. Their reports have diligently chronicled the ongoing issues surrounding human rights violations, amplifying the call for reform. The historical backdrop of governance woes is also examined, particularly focusing on the actions of the Awami League post-independence. This disturbing pattern compels a reassessment of accountability within leadership. The necessity of a fair trial emerges as a fundamental principle that can effectively identify criminals. Ensuring justice in these cases serves as a deterrent against future crimes and bolsters societal trust in the legal system. The speaker firmly believes that by conducting proper trials, a strong message can resonate throughout society. This approach holds the potential to cultivate a safer community by effectively confronting and addressing criminal behavior.